So while His Majesty's taco skillet is warming up and cooking and all that good stuff, I want you and I to work on his Blueberry Lemon Curd Biscuits. I'm using oat flour today, so if you don't have oat flour, almond flour works perfect. But if you have ground oats, you can toss them in a blender and make oat flour. It's so cool. So we're gonna need 1.25 cups of that. Yeah, okay, let's get started. Go ahead and preheat your oven to 400, and we're gonna start working on combining everything. Ah, the royal mutt. I swear, she walks back and forth through the kitchens all the time. It's so frustrating to us. Fur everywhere. All right, so we will need 2 cups of blueberries. Make sure you have that. But what we're gonna do is first combine the dry ingredients for the biscuits. So starting with our flour, we're going to do all of that, which I have 1.25 cups of oat flour. Oops. I'm putting into my bowl. Always making messes, y'all. This is why I get in trouble. And then we're doing regular sugar. We're just doing 1 tablespoon of it. His Majesty's gonna love this little treat. So that's a half. Why is that a half of a tablespoon? Well, I'm gonna do 2 of these because we need a whole tablespoon. So there's 1 and 2. Okay, now we need our baking powder. So we need 3/4 of a teaspoon of our baking powder. So I'm gonna do this and level it off. Dump that on in there too. Now we're gonna stir just to combine this. And I am actually just gonna use my tablespoon right here. So I'm just making sure everything is combined really well. Okay, now we're going to pour in half of these. So you only want 1 cup of blueberries in the bowl. Oh shoot! As I pour all of them in. Okay. So only 1 cup in the bowl. Now, once those are in there, you're gonna stir them in. Okay. And it just kind of looks like flour-coated blueberries at this point. Now you need your heavy whipping cream. So I have this. And what I'm gonna do is get a spatula. So I've got a spatula. Now we need to stir in 1 cup of our heavy whipping cream. So we're gonna stir this in, trying not to over stir it, but we want to form little dough balls, basically. So that's our goal. Wow. Okay, so we're gonna do 1 cup into our bowl. And then we're going to stir it up until this starts to form a dough, trying not to over stir it. Okay, so I'm scraping the bottom, scraping the sides. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, he's gonna be so excited, you guys. I'm excited. Ooh, a dough ball is starting to form. Trying to get that, because that's still a little wet. Okay, it's getting harder. We have our dough. We are going to make little dough pieces. I don't know what to call them, you guys. So what I'm gonna do is kind of scoop up, place down, and allow it to kind of fall where it may, basically. Just try to keep them equal sized. And this might take a couple times. Did you hear that? I don't know what that was. Okay. So that's what we've got going on so far. Aren't they cute? I'm so excited. Then we've got these. Oh, I can't wait for him to try these. I hope he likes them. Okay. Whoops. One day I'll tell you guys the story of how I actually became a servant in the royal kitchens. I never thought I'd be here. It doesn't sound fancy, but I love my job. For any other king, probably not. Whoops. This is fun, y'all. And one more. Okay, so I have big biscuits here. I will actually move that over here. I have big biscuits. Pretty big. But that's okay. It's okay. I'm going to add this to that. Trying to use it all. Alright, so we're going to pop these into the preheated oven for about 23 to 25 minutes. Just watch them carefully. Our biscuits are coming along. We still have about 12 minutes on those. We're going to make some whipped cream. Now, you will need another cup of your heavy whipping cream. So that should be perfect. And then what we're going to do is pour in, oh my gosh, there we go. Oops. Sorry, y'all. So we're going to pour in some of our vanilla. So we're just going to take a teaspoon of vanilla here. We're pouring that into a bowl that we can mix in. And then we will pour in, try to get some of that vanilla off there. And we're also going to add in 2 tablespoons of sugar. So again, I have my little half tablespoon here, so I'm actually going to do 4 of these. 2, so that's 1 tablespoon. And that is 4 tablespoons. Now, I'm going to mix this up to whip it. You just want to keep mixing it up until it gets a little stiff. Look at that, beautiful. Now, we're gonna stick this in the fridge. We'll have to let our biscuits cool before we can do anything with them. So for now, try to cover this and just put it in the fridge. Oh, that's the timer. And here's our biscuits. So I'm gonna let these cool. That's completely cooled. If you don't have lemon curd, a lot of times here we use just regular lemon pie filling. And what I'm gonna do, because I want to have fun, I'm going to put a little bit onto the plate and swish it around. And then I want to get one of the biscuits. Maybe I should use, let's try a spatula. I want to get one of the biscuits and we're going to place it on there. And your homemade whipped cream, we're going to put dollop on that. Try to make it fancy. And then all you have to do with the remaining blueberries that you should have voila. And that's all, guys. And I would leave these unassembled until ready to serve.